It's Fawn and Amy, just Farrah with Fawn and Amy. We're back today. No guests, just us.
Just us.
Yeah, just the two of us talking to you. Today we are going to talk about relationships.
Oh, we got a doozy this week.
Yeah.
So because we've both we've been there.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about fighting fair, and what that looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like, we'll dig in a little bit to our relationships and kind of like go there. But we're going to talk about it, and we did some research, so like talking about it, like getting the pointers out there.
And we've learned things
Yeah.
that we need to work on also. So this isn't a man-bashing thing. This is
No.
just a communication lesson for us. And if you'd like to know, then it's for you too.
Yes. Obviously, I think we all, and it's not just about like husband and wife relationship. I think it also comes to like friendships as well. Even in like your children, like parents, like
Any
all of
relationship
those,
that
any
you
of those
have.
relationships. I think it all takes effect
in a
of that.
social environment, anything.
Yeah. So, in relationships, I feel like we always, and I feel like a lot of it comes from like how you were raised and your background, and some people are communicators, some people are like not communicators.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are like over communicators.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will tell you, like, I'm a retreater.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
like I am, like, I don't want to talk about it.
No, I have to say what's on my mind, and I have to get it off my chest so I can move on. Because if not,
Yeah.
then it's just gonna sit and fester, and it's just gonna get worse. So, and then I'm gonna say something really ugly. So, I try to be more democratic about it now, like diplomatic about it now.
Right.
Not democratic, diplomatic about it now, and think about what I'm saying. But also sometimes it just flies out.
Well, I feel like just like how I grew up and how I was like raised and the things that I was around, I just feel like I had to be like I always had to be okay. So,
But I think that's our generation too.
yeah. So I just like I would just sweep it under the rug. Like I'm fine. Like I know everyone like especially men hate that word. Like I'm fine.
Right. I think that kind of comes with being a mother too.
Yeah.
Is because you have to, a mother and a wife, because you have to be fine.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
if you're not fine, then
No one
this
else
isn't.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Because moms are really kind of the glue.
We kind of are. So yeah, we always have to be fine.
Yes. And
So-
today we're fine.
Yeah, today we're fine. Okay, so I looked it up, and then this is according to relationships from starting in what am I want to say? The research for 2025.
So like these are things to work on
Yes.
to better your communication with whoever it may be.
Yes. So, and I find like this first one I'm going to talk about, like we'll talk about, I'm getting better at. So they say the first rule of fighting fair is setting a time and a place. Don't have difficult conversations when you're angry or tired. Instead, negotiate a time to talk when both parties are calm and ready.
Yes. I think that's harder. I think that's easier said than done.
Right. I feel though, like for me, like I am getting much better about just not being like mute and just not talking.
Right.
And saying, hey, like I'm just not ready to have this conversation yet. Like I need time to process it. Can we talk about it later?
Right. Yeah. And I think that, I mean, I've gotten better at that. I think a lot of that comes with maturity.
Yeah.
That I have gotten better at that, where I feel like, I mean, I still pop off sometimes. I mean, like when Greg and I are arguing, but I try just to not, like, just to let it go and then later go back and say, hey,
Yeah.
I don't like this, or this bothered me, or,
I try to do that, but I feel like
And I try to give
still
people,
pop off. So
I try to give people space to think about things too before I reapproach it.
Agree. Okay, second one, focus on one issue. I am not good at this.
I'm not either, because when it pours out, it pours out.
Yeah, so it says stick to the specific topic at hand and avoid kitchen sinking by bringing up unrelated past issues or complaints.
Kitchen sinking. That's a new one.
It's a new one for me too. But
Yeah.
basically, because I was like, okay.
So then you went in and looked it
So
up.
I went up and looked it up. So kitchen sinking is like if me and you are arguing about like whatever, I don't know what we would argue about, but arguing about something, then you bring up,
Oh yeah, well you did this.
well, you did this, and this hurt my feelings, and I say, well, but you did this,
And that made me.
and
yeah.
so now we're talking about 3 different subjects, and we're not really
Getting anywhere.
talking about the related
Mhm.
problem that we were
Right.
first talking about. So basically, kitchen sinking is basically someone pulling in things from the outside of an
Putting it
outside
all in
topic,
one.
yes, and putting it in one and not dealing with the issue. And I think we're all
I think everybody's kind of guilty of that.
guilty of this.
Because it's when you're angry or when you're upset about something, it's hard to stay on course when you do that because your emotions are so high. It's hard to work
Yeah.
through that because you're hurt, you're angry, you're hurt, you want to go, you just want to go blah and spill it all out, all the hurt that you have.
Yes. And because I'm an okayer,
Mm-hmm.
so I just like I'll just be like, okay, just bury that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that pissed me off, but I'm just not going to deal with
Deal
it right
with it
now,
right
so
now,
I'm just
yeah.
going to bury it. But then when you finally get me to that point of explosion, then
Then
I
it's
just, like, it could be one thing, and then I just, like, vomit at the mouth of it. So I'm
Mhm.
very bad about that. Like, I do have to do better about that because I feel like then, like, basically what they say is you're never addressing the real issue. You're addressing topics on topics.
Mm.
So therefore, the
See,
issue never
yeah,
gets.
that's where I like to get
resolved.
it. I like to get it out in the open right now.
Yeah.
I mean some things I say I'm okay and I push things down. It just depends on what it is. But some things I like just to get it out there, get it out there.
Yeah.
And that way we can just move on. There's no reason to sit and hold on to this animosity.
Right.
Just let it go and then we can move forward.
Move forward.
So maybe
I'm
need
trying
to push,
to get better.
I know. Well, maybe I need to push some things down a little bit and you need to bring some things out in the moment a little bit.
Maybe.
See, we'll be
We're
good
working.
for each other.
We're working on it.
Are we all works in progress
Work in progress.
though? Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Avoid personal attacks. Do not use name calling, insults, blaming language, or generalizations like you always. Instead, use I statements to express your feelings.
Right. Because I feel like you do this is like a gaslighting.
Yes.
Because it's shifting blame
Right.
in the heat of the moment.
Well, and then the other person, and I'm guilty of saying it as well, but then, like, if you say it to someone and then they say it back to you, then you're just being like, well, I don't do that. Yes, you do. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you
So
sound
then
like
it's just
two-year-olds.
then it's just like a he said, she said situation.
I hate
So-
the name calling thing though. I think that's my biggest trigger is the name calling.
Yeah.
Because then I don't want anything to do with you. Because I think that we can argue and disagree on something and it doesn't have to go that far.
Right. No, I agree. I'm not a big name caller. Like I think it's a trigger for me too. Cause like,
I mean, like I call Greg or my kids, I'm like, you're an asshole.
but not in like a heat of an argument.
Right.
You're not like, you may be saying like you're being an
Right.
asshole is much different than saying you're an asshole.
Right.
Or you're being a bitch or
Mhm. I still don't like that though.
no. But
I mean, I kid and I use the word bitch in general a lot of times, but
Yeah.
I don't like call like
you're not calling
you're
some-
a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Right.
ever do that,
No, I know.
and I wouldn't tell
Because
Greg.
we joke around.
Right.
We're like, listen, bitch.
Right. Yeah.
Stop it.
I know.
Let's see. Okay. The next one. Practice active listening. Give your partner your full attention, listen without interrupting, and try to understand their perspective.
And I know that I'm guilty of that. I think we all are. So we listen to reply instead of listening to hear.
Yes. But do you think that's our generation?
Yes, because I think our generation is right fighters. A lot of us. I mean, it's just. I think we've gotten better.
Well, we had to fight.
Right.
Like we are a generation that like got locked out of the house, couldn't come inside,
Drink out of the hose.
drank out of the hose.
That
Like,
never happened to me though.
we had no supervision.
Not really. No. Mm-mm.
I mean,
No.
let's face it. Our parents had to have a commercial to remind us to check to see
Just
if we were
they
home.
know where your kids were at.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock. What is
So-
it, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock? And it says, parents, do you know where your children
Yeah.
are?
So like, I think we were so much tougher than like good and bad ways.
Yes.
We
it
are
is
so
good and
much
bad.
tougher in our generation in terms of like our emotional stability. I think we're definitely much stronger than future generations that we have, and I even see it like now in like my grandkids.
Right.
Like
You just have
my
to do
daughter,
it.
yeah, my daughter's very like my daughter and my son-in-law are very tough on the kids, and they make them work and they make them do these things. But then in some aspects, they're a little soft. But then I see kids out on the like just out and about, and I'm just like,
Where are their
why
parents?
are we negotiating with a 3-year-old?
Right. Yeah, there's no, put your shoes on. No, not, will you put your shoes on,
Yeah.
please? I mean, you can say, will you put your shoes on, please? But at the end of it, let's not negotiate and say, well, if you put your shoes on, we can do this. How about, put your shoes on, we're getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Now, brush your teeth.
Yeah. And I think, and a lot of it is too, like, because we were in the generation of like fight mode, we grew up like not active listeners. We grew up
No.
in terms of like,
How you're going to defend yourself.
yeah, I literally had to defend myself like right away.
Right.
So I think being an active listener is definitely something that I can work on.
I can too. Yes.
And I know that. So when my husband sees this, I am actively working on it. I promise you.
We don't forget you guys.
Trying.
We do remember that. I mean, you
trying.
are living with us. We do remember that. So
I'm
we are
trying.
trying.
And
And we had a long talk about this. This is why we're talking about this today, is
Yes.
because we've had several long talks about our faults also. Not just blaming, like learning to realize that we have to realize our faults.
Yeah. And I think we talked about it, like just letting it go.
Sometimes you have to, because holding that
Just-
grudge just makes you miserable. So if you think about just the bitterness that you hold
Yeah.
and how, I mean, that can't be good for you.
Yeah. And like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you know Greg loves you like 1,000% unconditionally. And I know Nick loves me 1,000% unconditionally. Now, we know they both get on our nerves.
Yes.
We love them.
Yes.
And I'm sure I'm not the most easiest person to live with.
I
so
am. No, I'm not easy to live with at all.
So I totally get that, but I feel like we've been together for a really long time. So and when we got together, and you and Greg too, because we've had these conversations, this was a forever situation.
Mm-hmm.
This was like the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it may be. So it's
This is the till death do us part
Yeah.
one. This is where I'm not playing games anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this one was like when I was reading these, I was like, I really suck at active listening. Like
I probably
100%.
do too.
I feel like I'm much better with my friends than I am my husband.
I think I am too. And I think it's just, well, and I need to be better at it, and I need to realize that he gets on my nerves, but not so much that I need to stop listening.
Yeah.
So I need to, and that goes back to the time and the place, because
Yeah.
you're aggravated, and both of you, it's hard to get on sync, like to talk at the same time. So
Yeah.
you may be ready for it, and he's not, or he may be ready for it, and you're not.
Yeah.
And it just takes a whole, I mean, I'm 30 years in, and I'm still learning how to navigate. Everybody thinks you have, like, you know, well, not everybody, but a lot of people out there that we've had several people tell this, I don't have a perfect life.
Yeah.
People think I have a perfect life. No one has a perfect life.
No.
But
I mean, it may look great from the outside, but from the inside, it's
yeah,
chaotic.
we're as messed up as anybody else.
I mean, we love each other, but it's chaotic.
Yeah, it is. It's very, yeah, and
It's
we're
stressful.
30 years this year, and we're still working on communication skills, because I just think that marriage is work, and I think that you work through it the whole time. I don't think you ever like.
No, and I think marriage goes like it's kind
It
of like
does.
you're riding a roller coaster. Like you have like you're going up the mountain and it's great and you're happy and like you're on top of the world, and then something happens in one or both of your lives and it just you
Comes
feel like
crashing.
you're free falling.
You're falling.
And then you're trying to like financially climb out of the hole or whatever, and you're just kind of like through it. And marriage is an everyday 365 day 24-hour day commitment. Like you literally have to wake up every morning
and know that you've got to be present today.
Yeah.
But you also, I think in a marriage too, I think that there's times where if you can't be present, the other one should pick up on that.
Yeah.
And like there's certain situations where like if you go through a hard time, and I'm not going to get into depth here, but if you go through a hard time in life and you're like down here and you're just trying to keep your head above water, that the spouse should come in and kind of be like, okay, I know you've only got 20%.
Yeah.
I've got the other 80.
Yeah.
Let's work through this. And then it could vice versa.
Right.
You have to, it's not 50-50 every day all the time.
It is not. And it may not be 50-50 ever. It fluctuates.
It does fluctuate. I mean, yeah. And it's not, they don't have any stress because they do.
Yes.
They have lots of stress. I mean, supporting a family or supporting is not easy.
No. And I think men are more, they cope with their stress differently than we do.
Right.
I feel like I'm more outward expressive about, like, like even as my friend, when
I can tell through a text when there's
stressed.
something going on with you. I mean, I can tell by the way you're texting. I can tell. Yeah.
So, but I think men just, maybe they do handle it better than in terms of we do, in terms of it not showing as much. I feel like when I'm stressed, I'm like an emotional basket case.
Yeah.
And I don't know
well,
which
they
way
are.
it's
They just
coming and
don't.
going.
Yeah, they just don't show it. It's just not an outward thing. You
Yeah,
can
it's not an
if
outward.
you know them, you can tell in
Yes.
different ways. But to the world, it looks like everything's.
But when I'm stressed, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Like I'm falling apart, which it is.
It is. It's true.
Yeah. So the next one is take a time out. If the conversation gets too heated, agree to take a short break and revisit the issue later when you're both calmer.
Oh, I'm horrible at that. I don't think Greg or I either one.
I'm a walker waiter. I'm like,
I can
done.
Yeah, I can walk with. Yeah, I do that, but I don't do it with. Okay, let's take a break.
Yeah,
Come
I
back
don't
this
do
later.
that.
I'm like, I am not having this conversation with you. Don't talk to me anymore.
Right.
And walk away.
I'm like, I'm done.
Or
I'm
if
not
I just
talking
go,
about this anymore.
Greg's worse, and he can tell you this. God love you, Greg. You're probably gonna get mad even when I say it here. Whatever.
Yeah.
If I go sit and I'm like, whatever, just whatever, Greg. That's fine. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, instant fire.
Like when I do that, and here's the thing, I know that it pisses him off.
Oh, you know they're
like I totally know his trigger.
Sometimes it comes out and I don't even realize.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to piss him off. It just comes out because I'm just like, whatever. I'm just done.
Like after the fact, in the moment, I'm like, I'm done. I'm just, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to have this conversation. In the moment. Now, as it's coming out of my mouth, like I know it's going to totally piss him off because Nick is such a fixer. So,
which is the case with most men. 99% of men are fixers, and that's when they get aggravated when they can't.
Well, he wants to fix it then and there.
Right.
I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Right.
Like my mental capacity, right at this point, is
you
just
can't fix
I'm
me
done.
right now. Yeah.
Sometimes I just need to be alone and
with your thoughts,
with my thoughts,
or me,
so that I don't say things that are
so you can be alone with me and talk it through.
Nasty and mean. This one made me kind of laugh. Collaborate for solution.
Okay, Lord.
The goal isn't to win the argument, but to understand each other better and work together as a team to find a solution.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. I mean, that's what you do. That's a marriage. I get that. I mean, but that's what you should do all the time.
Right.
But it just sounds so awkward when they put it like that.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we're pretty good at like solving situations.
Yeah. We've made it through some pretty tough times. So obviously we can collaborate. But just to sit and...
Just be like, okay, honey, we need to find a solution to this. I'm not that person. I'm
no,
like, what
I'm
are
not.
we doing?
What do we do? Yeah. How are we gonna? What's happening here? No, I can't. Okay,
You tell me what we're doing,
let's
and
think
let
how
me tell
we can
you
make
if we
this
can do
better.
it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's not going to come out of my mouth ever.
No.
Not even with my kids.
No.
Not even with somebody else's kids.
No. Be willing to be wrong. If you are wrong, be ready to say I'm sorry and take responsibility for your part in the conflict.
I try to do that.
I do say I'm sorry. It's not very often. But I do say I'm sorry when I feel like I really, really hurt his feelings or came at him in a wrong situation or even like with friends. Like I will say I'm sorry, but I really have to feel in my deepest, darkest soul that I am.
Me too. I don't
totally
apologize easily because I feel like if you apologize easily, then does it really mean anything?
Right. Well, and my thing is if like your instant thing is to say I'm sorry, then, and you just keep saying it, like my thing is if you say you're sorry and you're truly sorry, you're not going to be doing it again.
Right. When you say you're sorry, it means I messed up. I'm sorry. Yeah, you do it to help fix the situation. Like I'm going to work on this and not do it again. But I'm sorry and then continue to go again.
Well, it's not I'm sorry, so now we should be okay.
Right.
In any situation. Family, friends.
Right.
Husband. Yeah. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Like you don't get to say I'm sorry and then expect the other person to be okay. Like you really can't expect the other person to be
No.
Okay.
Not if it's done repetitively.
Yes.
I mean, like if you genuinely are sorry and it doesn't happen much and you say I'm sorry, then you can work through it. But if it's something where it's a repeated cycle of something and you say I'm sorry, then it's just like those are just words. There's no meaning behind that. There's no heartfelt or anything. But if it's something that's done and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Then yes.
Then yes.
Yeah.
Right.
No grudges. Avoid storing up grievances or hurt feelings over time. Address problems as they arise and try to move forward without holding grudges.
I try to do that.
I don't feel like I'm a grudge holder.
I don't.
In certain situations.
In certain situations. Most of the time, no. There are a few instances where they get on your nerves to the point of no end.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and for me, I think it's like when it happened, like when it's a repeated history.
Right.
That's when I'm like I forgive, like I'll forgive you, but I'm not going to forget the situation.
Well, and a lot of times when you forgive someone, you forgive them for them or for yourself, not for them.
Absolutely.
I mean, if it's that bad of a situation.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever forgiven somebody for like their sake.
I've been in some really tough situations where I've told people I forgive them, but it wasn't because it was for my peace.
Yeah, not for their sake, but for your own. And I think, I don't know, like I know people who hold grudges and it's like they'll never ever speak nice of that person again or whatever. And I'm like, well, that situation was just like, that's like 30 years ago. Like, why are we still doing this?
I don't believe in carrying stuff like that.
The only person that's hurting is yourself.
Right, because you're carrying that.
Yeah. And I'm like, if they're living that deep in your mind, then
rent free. Whew. Yeah. That's got to be a lot.
Boy, like that's not, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I've let a lot of stuff go. I mean, I think that you have to set boundaries too, where if and this is with anyone, that if you can't feel like you can be like emotionally, if it's affecting you, then step away.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like too, like it doesn't matter if they're family, it doesn't matter if they're like blood, like friends, relationship, whatever. Like I feel like the older I get, the more I'm okay with it. Like before I would just be like, no, like it's fine. Like I'm a very easy forgiver. Like I don't want to cause conflict. I don't want to like ruffle anyone's feathers. I feel like I was like a really people pleaser, but like
I was the opposite. I'm getting more that way now, and when I was younger, I just didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little soft.
I am too. I don't know
if I like it, but I just don't have the space in my or well-being or like mental capacity to like hold all that stuff in.
No,
I'm like, I'll just like I don't know. It is what it is. Like, people are going to be people. And I've said for a very long time, just you really have to love people where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
You may not agree where they're at in their life or situation or
Mm-hmm.
mental place or whatever.
Well, and you don't know what somebody's going through.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening in their lives to make things a difficult situation.
Right.
So I just try to be nice, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to be nice too, so I can't.
You are nice.
Well, I just don't like I don't let things fester, and that's
You are you're very direct.
I am.
So I feel like that sometimes comes off
mean or
bitchy. Yeah, where it's not, and you're not coming from. You're never coming from like a bad place. It's always coming from like concern
or this is what's bothering me.
Yeah. So I don't feel you're not mean. You're just direct.
Direct. I'll take it.
You're just direct.
I'll take
to
it.
the point.
Right. Well, yeah. There's no sense in getting around the bush.
And then I was also when I was reading this stuff, it also was like, which I thought was really good. So I haven't had a conversation with Nick yet, but I probably should before the podcast comes out. But it was basically like in a relationship, like especially for women, like having the conversation with your husband, like, okay, I need you to check in with me, like in terms of like mental space. So like on a scale to 1 to 10, like 1 being like you are like absolutely no mental space, drained, can't handle anymore. 10, good to go, can handle
right,
whatever.
And I think these are things, and this is a generational thing too, that we just didn't talk about it. We
No.
just you buck up.
Yeah.
You buck up and carry on.
Yeah. So it basically talks about like, so you have a conversation and you check in with each other, and this goes for like your husband too. You check in with them Sunday evening or whatever, like halfway through the week or whatever, whenever you decide. But the lady that was talking about it said, we do a check-in halfway through the week. And it's not like a long drawn-out conversation. It's like, hey, honey, just wanted to check in. How are you feeling today? Like, how are you feeling?
How's the week going?
And it's not like you have to go into detail or any like drawn out situation. It's basically, hey babe, I'm at a 5 this week.
Mm-hmm.
So that other person knows, okay,
that they're going to have to be the 80 or if they can be the 20.
correct. So it was basically that
Right.
scale of like, I'm checking in, this is where I'm at.
Right.
And then you say, okay, where are you at? And then, okay, like, well,
And if you're both at a 2, just crawl into bed and come back out next week.
yeah, figure it out.
Yeah.
But basically, she was like, you know, she's a therapist, and she's like, me and my husband are going through like financial situation. He had just lost his job. We like had just bought a house. We just had a newborn, so it was just like all of this stuff like was happening. And she goes, I just felt like my world was crumbling. And he would ask me how I was. I would be like, fine. And she would ask him, and he would be like, fine. Everything's good.
Everything's great.
Yeah.
And then the inside.
And then
yeah, you're crumbling.
internally, they were both like struggling really bad. So she said she just happened to be like scrolling through a magazine when we all read magazines, and there was this article about it, and it basically said like, hey, you should check in with your spouse, significant other. And she said it works on friendships as well. Basically, you check in and say, where are you at
Right.
on this scale? And wherever you're at, then you say, okay, well, I know you're struggling this week, so
I'm
let
gonna
me
try to do better.
let me pick this, and this, and pick this up for you, and I'll take care of this.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're really balancing
Balancing
each other out without having to go into like this long drawn out conversation
Right.
of like,
And nobody wants that, because then it just a lot of times just turns a whole different direction.
yeah.
Because that's when, I mean, you can start out nice, but it always escalates.
Well, and for me, I'm not a feeling talker, so I'm like, and especially now that like, I'm going through menopause, I don't even know what I'm feeling.
Right.
Like for me to like, if somebody really like, how are you? I don't know.
There's some days where I feel like that too, which I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm, and I feel yucky all the time. And I know Greg's made the comment, he's like, you're always sick. I do feel sick some days. There's a lot of times where I just don't feel well.
Yeah.
And so
I
I voice it, and then I can, like, if I'm like, oh my God, my head hurts. Oh my God, my stomach hurts. Oh my foot hurts. You know what I mean? It's like something, he's like, you always got something going on. You're always sick. And I think about it, and it's like, I mean, he's not wrong. I do complain a lot. I mean, he's not wrong in that aspect, but it's like, on the other hand, it's like, well, yeah, let me be, I talk out loud because I feel like it's a safe space to be able to say it, not to be critiqued or criticized.
Well,
so then I get angry.
Well,
and then I'm like, well, I'm just not going to tell you anything ever again.
I'm that. Well, okay, so Nick is that way. Nick will tell me everything that's wrong with him. And I'm like, for God's sakes, we need to put you in a damn nursing home.
I tell Greg we need to take him out and shoot him all the time.
Like, Jesus.
That's what they do with the horses.
You know, and I do get annoyed, but I know I'm his safe space.
Right.
So he's telling me all the stuff that's, like, wrong with
Ailing him because, yeah.
And then I'm over there, and he's like, and I'm not telling him anything. I'm like,
But then he looks at you, and he's like, what's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Nothing, I'm fine. But then I'm like, okay, well, I feel like I don't want to bombard you with everything that I'm feeling because...
Right. Because obviously you are not feeling well either.
Yeah. My whole body hurts every day. And I don't know if I'm happy, sad, mad, frustrated, depressed. I don't know. I do not know what it is. It changes minute by minute by minute. So for me to be like, oh... How are you feeling today? I don't know. I could tell you on a scale 1 to 10 where I'm at.
Yeah, that would probably be easier because,
So I think I'm going to have a conversation.
We're onto something because they do that in hospitals now, too. They're like, where's your pain level? You know?
Yeah.
And they even give you the happy face things, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we should get a happy face board and be like, where are you at today? Point to that one.
I could put that on the refrigerator.
Right? Or just initial which one you are that day.
But I thought it was a good point. Just so
it is a good point.
Check-in. So I don't know if you try it out, let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
And works.
Or if you have any tips yourself, we're always open to it. I mean, we can always. Everybody could use a little work on themselves. No one is perfect.
We're all working
a work in progress. Yes, we are.
I mean, I'm almost 50 and
almost 50.
She's not that much older. I don't know why she sits there and says that she feels like she's so much older than me. She's not.
I don't know. I think that I feel so much older than everyone. I just feel old some days.
Well, I feel old and I'm not 50 yet, so...
Yeah. I think when you turn 52, it's really funny because I think right around that age, like 49, 50, your give a shit gets broken too.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, you do but you don't. You do about things that really matter, but other things you can just let it go.
Yeah, and I just feel like I don't have the energy to spend on it anymore.
No.
I just really don't. And like we had a conversation. So we had a conversation about we were frustrated, we were mad. Things were going on in both of our marriages where we were just like, ugh. And we were just like, we just have to like let it go.
We need to become Elsa.
Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. But like just letting it go. Like it's very like I wanted to be mad and I wanted to keep being mad, but then it was like it's exhausting.
It is. Exhausted. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to try to go through that.
Like I just can't stay mad because it's taking up some of the mental space that I need to carry
energy.
On.
Yes. And energy. I mean, you need a little bit of that energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes everything to get out of bed some days. So, you need some. So, it's just not worth it. I mean, it's just, obviously, if there's a reason, but just like, you can only argue about something for so long. And then it's just like, okay, we've got
and then I feel like, too, like, is it really that big?
Right. In the big picture, is this really going to make a difference? In the big picture, is this...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so bad that you're like, I want a divorce.
No.
It's not that, so why?
Yeah. Well, then I, like, with Nick, he'll, like, make a funny joke or smile at me.
And then you don't want to laugh at him because you're mad at him.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm still trying to be mad at you.
I know.
And I can't because you make it very difficult to stay mad at.
Right.
And he's like, well, you can't stay mad at me forever. No,
I can't.
Fucking
I'm
can't,
try.
But I want to.
The other day, I told you this, Greg was the best man in his friend's wedding, and I was like, I'm so mad at you, and you're going to be looking cute in a tux today. And he was like, well, you're just going to have to get over it. And I was like, I don't want to yet.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you are.
Yeah, I
So.
think they do much better about.
Guys get angry and then it's just over. Like, Greg can like spout off and be mad and just be a jerk. And then like 15 minutes later, he's like, "What's for dinner?" And I'm like, "I'm not talking to you." He's like, "You still mad about it?" Dude, it just happened 5 minutes ago. I mean, we can't be...
I'm still processing what you said.
I'm still thinking about what you said and figuring what I'm going to do to you when you fall asleep. I mean, I'm not over it yet.
Well, I think...
But they're just like roll with it.
No, they say what they want to say, and then they're like...
Yeah.
They let it fester for like in and out, and then they're done. Nick's the same way, where like he can't... I don't know if it's just me, but he's just like, I just can't stay mad. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, and I think that's where we need to get. I mean, not that this is not your go ahead. This is not Greg and Nick. This is not us saying that we're not going to be mad at you, because if you mess up enough, we're going to stay mad.
Yes.
But
we're just saying we're trying to work
on it.
Letting stuff go.
Yes. And not be the harpy, the complaint, on you all the time. We're not trying to be the witchy ones in your life.
No, I don't want to be that one. And look, I don't want my relationship to be how my examples of relationships when I was growing up. Like, I just don't want that. And I don't want, like, I never wanted my kids to see that type of relationship.
Right.
So, and me and Nick have a great relationship. Do we fight? Absolute. Do we argue? Absolute. Do we get on each other's nerves?
Well, you wouldn't make it so many years if you didn't.
Absolutely. But I can equivalently say that that man loves me unconditionally. Because he would have to.
Yeah. Too.
But, and I can honestly say, like, I love him unconditionally. But I always wanted, like, my kids to, like, not be in a house where it was, like, a toxic home.
I never wanted my kids to see a Leave It to Beaver because I wanted some reality.
Yes.
And for those of you too young, I mean, our age, you know who Leave It to Beaver is, but...
Everything was perfect.
Yeah. I mean,
no one fought.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
not wearing a dress
reality.
and heels to cook your dinner, and I don't want my kids or their other halves to think that either. I mean, that's not reality. But you want them to know that it's okay to argue, but you also want them to see love.
But I think in arguing, just like we kind of went through these stages of fighting fair, like there has to be a way to fight fair. Like, you want to have and you want to be able to have these discussions and these things,
right?
But you don't want knockdown, drag out,
right?
Fights of like name calling and I hate you and throwing out things that, like, I'm a strong believer, like, if you throw things out there, like,
you can't put it back.
You can't throw it. You can't reel it back in.
Mm-mm. No. Once it's out there,
you can be sorry for what you've said.
Right.
But the unfortunate thing is it's already been heard.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, then you're like, well, I know it was in the heat of the moment, but like in the back of your mind, you're always like, well, is that how you really feel? And I am no angel of saying that I've never, like, thrown things out there to be even to just be spiteful and hurtful.
Right.
Like, I've done that before, and I feel like now I'm like, okay, I need a moment.
Right.
Like, I don't want to talk about this now.
Right. Yeah.
You get me to that point. Like, I don't want to talk about it now. I'm done, because I don't want to say something that I can't take back.
Right. And I think it's the repetitive, spiteful and hurtful things that you can't.
Yeah.
It's not just an off the cuff say something and they're like, oh, and you're mad and they're like, okay, I really was out of I was really out of line there, and you say what you want to feel. You say that came out wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, because Greg and I have done that, recently, and he came back. We got into it over his sunglasses. He was trying to look for his sunglasses, and I said, "Are they in the car?" And he said, "I don't know, Amy. If they were in the car, I would have gone out and gotten them." And I was like, "Okay, Greg. I was just trying to help you out," and just like, so then I just left. Walked away from the situation again. Went back to the bedroom, sat, and then he came in. He goes, "I'm sorry. What I should have said is, I don't know. I haven't checked. I should go look." I was like, "Thank you." Yeah. And then it was over. Right. It was like admitting, but it was the heat of the moment. He was frustrated and he popped off with something, and then so that's okay. But the repetitive same thing over and over again.
Yeah. And I've been in those relationships where it was
repetitive.
And you would get like love bombed, and then you would be okay, and then it was the repetitive again, and it was like a constant cycle.
Yes, I don't like that, and I don't want that.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't have that now. Like, Nick's great about that. And
Greg and I have gone through our periods where that's happened. I mean, it's not like an all the time thing, and it's not that love bombed, and then it's just I don't know. We just get in a funk.
Yeah, I think everyone gets in a funk. I think we get in a funk with our spouses. I think you get in a funk with your like friendships. Some friendships, some not. Family, coworkers,
kids.
Like, I think it's just you have to have mutual respect for each other, and I think that's where it comes in. And I think trust, and I think that's why partners and probably close friends can fight so hard,
right?
But then they rebound from it,
right?
Because you do have the respect, you do have the like trust there,
right?
So like,
because if you love somebody and deeply care about them, you do rebound from it.
Yeah, like I trust that Nick's going nowhere.
Right. Oh, you mean away from you?
Away from me.
Not in life, Nick. Not in life. We're talking about away from her.
He's not going. He's not going to leave this situation.
And Greg is not either.
Greg's not going to leave, and we know we're not leaving this situation.
Right.
We may get mad at each other and have a conversation about it, but we're not going anywhere.
No.
But we have a relationship where we can like be brutally honest with each other and not take offense to it. Like, I know, like, if you tell me something, it's literally coming out of love. And if I tell you
I'm not attacking you.
Yeah, it's out of love. But I think sometimes, even in my, like, relationship with Nick, like, I feel like sometimes, like, I take it that way.
Exactly. We're defensive. There goes that defense mechanism.
And it's literally no fault to him. But I think, like, and I don't
he,
know why it's
he probably
easier.
Does it. He does it, too.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they both do.
Yeah. And I think it's easier when it comes from, like, you, just based off like of my like past relationship with my ex, because that sometimes those situations, if I could talk, would happen, and then it just is almost like a trigger.
Well, I also think too that when you're like with your husband, when it comes to your husband, you want to be their everything. You want them to look at you like you walk on water. I mean, and they know you don't, but you want them to look at you that way. Whereas I think in a friendship, like we know we don't. Yeah. But we're there to help each other be better. You know, and I mean, not that Nick and Greg aren't either. Our husbands aren't there to help you be better. I think you just, like for me, I want him to think that I am the world.
Walk on water.
Right. So then when something negative is said, I take it personally. So then it hurts me more and makes me more mad. So then it's just like, it's amplified. Yeah. Where if you said, Amy, don't do that, or you probably shouldn't do that, you know. Yeah. And you'd be like, you know, and I'd be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. Right. And I would think about it more just because I wouldn't take it as personal because I know that you're not trying to hurt. Not that they are. It's just a whole different feeling.
It's a different feeling, I think, when it comes from your spouse.
Yes. Than from your best friend.
Because, like, obviously, I don't know. I feel like there's no expectations.
Yes, maybe
in our relationship. Right. Like, I don't expect you to do X, Y, or Z. You don't expect me to do X, Y, or Z. But I feel like in your relationship with your spouse, there are expectations.
Like, there are. Like
there are expectations that you put on yourself.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
So I don't necessarily think it's like expectations that Nick puts on me, but I feel like it's expectations that I've put on myself
to be better for him.
Yes.
Yes.
So therefore, when
he says something,
it's like, oh,
you feel attacked.
And he it's probably crushing. In no way meant it the way I took it. But then it like...
And then it sits here.
Yeah.
And then the next thing sits here.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you feel like you're the biggest booger on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, just have those conversations. I think I'm going to work on the 1 to 10 thing. So I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah.
But if you guys have anything, then definitely let us know.
Yes.
Comment. Send us a message. Like what works for you in your relationship, whether it's like with your spouse, your family, because I know we've all had like those situations with our families.
And some we're still in. I mean, it just
like
Nothing's perfect.
No. Like, I've had to put boundaries up, with family. So I just think it's like, it's an every turn of the page, you have to figure it out. And I think every relationship is so unique. You just have to find what works in those relationships.
Because what works for one is not going to work for the other.
Yeah.
And just like this is what, when we were talking about this the other day too, is like you're sitting, and when you get so overwhelmed, you're sitting and you feel like you're in like a tornado, and you're standing in the middle of it, and everything in life is like spinning around you and spinning around you. And then you watch it and you think, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. Well, if you just reach up and grab one of them and start there, it should probably be with your husbands.
Yeah.
That's what we decided we should start
We
with
decided
our
with that, so we grabbed
that and we'll bring it down, and thus we're here. So,
yeah.
I think
well,
that
and
would
just because everyone's life is different. Everyone's life at some point feels out of control, and at some point in our lives, I think we all feel like nothing's going right. And I think in this day and age, I think we just have to kind of step back a little bit, take some deep breaths, and realize like nothing's gonna last, like nothing's permanent in terms of like hardship, stress, situations. Like, I mean, the only thing that should be permanent is your marriage, and as long as it's not in you're not a toxic relationship.
Right.
So like if it's bad and it's a situation or abusive or anything like that, please don't stay. Like, there are ways to get out of that situation. But if you're in a healthy relationship, and no one's going to be perfect, so you just have to work through those and commit to working through them. I think that's the main thing, I feel like. And we've had this conversation where, okay, we have to like recenter ourselves so that we can stay connected and stay committed. Not that we weren't going anywhere, guys.
Right. We weren't anywhere. We're not talking committed.
No.
We're talking about working on things.
Yes.
And working on ourselves to be better.
Yeah. So it was we had a good lunch. It was a good lunch.
It was.
I was like, hey, we're gonna go to lunch today, and I'm not taking no for an answer. Like,
I said, all right, give me 30 minutes.
You need me, I need you.
Right.
We're gonna have this.
And we did feel better when we were done, because we did talk about things, and I think we help each other, because it's good to have that kind of relationship, because if not, I would probably still be mad.
Yeah,
I'd still be stewing, and there's no reason
like,
for it. I mean,
let it go.
Yeah, just let it go until they do it again, and then you'd be mad. No, but yeah, hopefully, just try to get through it. Try to move on to the next. Just don't hold on to it anymore.
No, life's too short.
Yeah.
Life is really...
I mean, don't let them walk on you. That's not what we're saying.
No.
But don't hold on to it. Say what you have to say. Even if you say, and I've done this before, give me 5 minutes. Just let me talk, and then you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I'll take the 5 minutes to say what I want to say, and then open floor.
I feel like for me, what I've like going through this and reading it kind of made me like really think about things. Like, one, I do need to be more of an active listener. I don't feel like I'm a really good active listener when it comes to Nick, and I feel like I need to do that. And I need to be good about like speaking in the moment. Like, if something bothers me, I need to speak about it like then and there, versus kind of just like shoveling it away. And then when he does something minute, then I'm like,
and it's just
yeah. And then I think I'm gonna try the 1 to 10 thing.
I think that's a good idea.
So
I'm gonna try that too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys learned, understood, can relate,
or can offer advice.
Yes. So if you have advice, definitely let us know. I mean, we have good marriages. Our marriages aren't falling apart. So we just, as being married for a certain period of time, you just get in one of those roller coasters. We're all on a roller coaster. So we were just like having a rough patch, and we were just like, we have to have a conversation about this. Like, we need to figure out like how to be more active communicators.
We had to adjust our attitudes in order to adjust to our spouses. Yeah. In order to, because I was carrying a heavy. It didn't matter what he said. It didn't matter what he did. I didn't.
Look, Nick was breathing, and I was like,
Yeah, I know. I've even looked at Greg before, and I'm like, why are you breathing so heavy? He's like, I'm just breathing. I'm like, well, stop.
but I feel like they don't get as aggravated. They're like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. Like,
Uh-huh.
Nick would be, like, I could be, like, the biggest bitch to Nick, and, like, within 2 minutes after, he would just be like,
Yeah.
like, he would hold my hand,
He
or,
would. My love.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Greg's
would-
not. If I was that big.
Shower me with, like,
Yeah.
compliments, and I'm like, why are you fucking talking to me?
Yeah. Greg would eventually come around, but not in the beginning.
And Nick is like, he's like,
No.
babe, I don't want to do this. Like, I
Mhm.
can't fight.
Greg's like, you're going to be that way to me. I'll be that way back to you. And this is going to go on for a little bit. But he's usually the first one to get over it.
Nick is 99.9% of the person that gets over with. And Nick is the one that says, I'm sorry, typically first.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better. I really
Greg says I'm sorry most because he messes up the most.
I really am trying to get better. I'm really trying to get better. Like, this is a work in progress.
It is
I'm
a work in
progress. I'm just going to blame it on my childhood and past relationships.
And menopause. We blame everything on menopause.
Menopause.
If you
It
haven't
really
figured
is a
that
lot
out
of
by
menopause.
now, everything is menopause.
It really is menopause. Like,
It's a lot of it.
I don't even like myself most days.
There's times where I'm angry and I say stuff, and I don't do it so much anymore because I'm kind of on the other side of it. But I would say stuff, and I'd be thinking in my mind and going, "God, you're horrible." But then it just won't stop. It just keeps.
Well, Nick the other day, like, gave me a really nice compliment, and I just snapped back at him, and I was like, I don't know, I don't even feel myself. I'm like, I'm not even attracted to myself.
Right. I know. There's times where you feel
Like,
that way.
how are you attracted to me?
Uh-huh.
I don't even like to look in the mirror.
No.
And he was like, babe, you were just so hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, he goes, you're fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, it is not
fine.
Like I don't, I hate my weight. I hate, and I was just like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I was just bashing on myself. And he was like, why are you so hard on yourself?
So if you're so that unhappy with yourself, there's no way you can be happy with somebody else.
Yeah. And I was just like, and obviously he's right. Like, he's right.
Right.
But then, you're just like, I have to pull myself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pull yourself out of the pits of hell.
yeah, I have to pull. And I'm like, you would think they would be able to, but they can't. He can tell me all of these things, but I'm just like,
If you don't feel it, you're not going to believe him.
I'm like, why are you even saying these things? Like, I'm always like, are you blind?
He might be.
Do you need glasses?
He has glasses.
Yeah. So I'm like, so just realize that you're not alone.
Relax. Roll with it.
Take a breath.
We all go through it.
It'll all work out. It'll be fine. But if you have pointers, let us know. If you have anything that you've been doing in your marriage, whether you've been married a year, 30, 40, 50, 60, we would love to hear them.
By the way, happy anniversary, babe. Greg and I will be married 30 years this month. Yay! I don't know if he thinks that way.
He does. He may not admit it on camera, but he does.
Right.
Behind closed doors, he might admit it.
Yeah. Secretly, he might
Yes.
go, okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
He loves you.
He does.
He can live without you. So
No, he wouldn't be able to find anything.
Nick wouldn't either, but it's because I put it somewhere.
The Tucker. He calls her the Tucker.
He wouldn't be able to
Tucks
find
things
anything
places.
because I put it somewhere and he has no idea.
I tuck things. Usually it's like in a tote or something, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this stuff. I put it in a tote, put it to the side. Well, I've done that way too much, so I need to start putting out totes. Work in progress.
Let's
Work in
not
progress.
become the tote lady.
No, I'm not the tote. No
Let's not do
hoarders.
that.
No hoarders.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you. If you have relationship advice, let us know.
Yep.
If you have any tips or tricks that work for you,
Absolutely.
definitely message us. Let us know. Post them. Tag us. Do all those things. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We need you out there.
And then, we have some special guests coming up later in the month.
Yep.
And then we're getting into Christmas and the holidays.
I know.
So
So we'll be talking about. We'll try to dig in to find out like what is the
trends.
Yeah, and what is like the top presents. You know how there's always like the top 5.
Oh yeah.
Either kids want or electronics or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but we'll ask our kids because they might know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, we can Google it.
I love
Google.
Google.
Google that shit.
Google it. All right.
All right, everybody have a great week. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.